Hello, 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 emerging mothers. Good day to you, each and every one of you. I hope that you're well. I hope your health is intact. And I hope all the best for your family as well in reference to their health. And so I want you to know that I hear you loud and clear. And many of you whose teens have gone off and are now on the college campus, and you're at home, and it could be whereas you have other children, or even if this was your only child who transitioned off, it's the whole safety component that's important to you and is right here on the forefront of your mind, right here where that frontal lobe is. That's what's on your mind. And guess what? It has every right to be on the front of your mind, of course, because your teen has transitioned out of the home. Your teen is on the outside of your doors, out on the outside of your four walls, and so you're wanting to make sure that they are safe. And what is it that you can tell them to make sure that that is reminded, they are reminded to take precautionary actions? And I so applaud you for doing that. You know, it's interesting because in 2016, when I look at the National Center for Educational Statistics, it talks about how the number of crimes that happen on the college campus was around maybe 28,600. And we're talking about worldwide. So not just in one particular state, not just in one particular region, but we're talking about worldwide. And so then here it is now, then 2017, not now, it's 2021 now, but in 2017, then of course we had that rate increase to about 28,900. And so making sure that our teens are protecting themselves and remaining safe is key. So guess what? For this live, we're going to talk about 4 different points, 4 different pieces of advice or thoughts that you can tell your teen. First and foremost, please advise them to be very, very careful on social media. Encourage them to disservice their location services, if you will, that identifies where they are, when they have left their apartment or their dorm room, when they're returning back to their apartments or their dorm room. I would encourage them to just dismantle that. Just go ahead and just dislocate that, because you know who needs to know other than yourself, and they can call you, but it also lets them know, unless they have you connected personally, just you and them are able to know that. For everyone to know, it's important for that to be dismantled, whereas, you know, the public is able to know where they're located. So if it's just you and them, that's perfectly fine. But others, the campus to know, I think that could expose them, whereas there needs to be just a little bit more privacy, and they're moving, they're shaking a little bit more, from an angle of discretion, if you will, regarding their location. And then also, you know, them announcing and them posting the pics and the graphics and all of those types of things where individuals are able to know where they are as well. That should be reduced and maybe even eliminated, because when we're posting here, posting there, folk know that you're away from your dorm room. And so I think that should be minimized as well. The publication and the broadcasting of, you know, our whereabouts, that a lot of times is what is able to expose the information that people really want to know, who have a little extra time on their hands. I'll just say it really, really nice in that way. So that's point number 1, making sure that we're very, very wise on, of course, the social media. Then secondly, knowing where that campus safety office is. That's very, very important. I remember when we went off to my second daughter's university, and our oldest one too, we walked the campus. Now, with my older daughter's university, there was a tragic ordeal occurred on that campus. So I called ahead of time, and I needed some type of a surety. I needed, you know, to find out what were all the precautionary measures they had put in place since then. So it was a little different there, although we did walk the campus there. But for my second daughter, we walked the campus. We were aware of where the public safety office was. We went in, we asked questions, we received brochures. And then later on that day, I did jingle back, wanted to, talk to some other individuals there in that office because I had some questions about the brochure. And I needed those questions answered. So, of course, making sure that we know where that campus safety office is. Number one, knowing a little bit more about their campus escort services. Some campuses have the campus escort services. Some campuses have the poles with maybe a blue button on them or some colored button, where you're able to, of course, press that and get service. You're able to remain where you are, or remain maybe in the library or in a building, and then that person is able to come to your location and then walk you back to the dorm, etc. If you're far away, even if you're close, they're able to help. So know where the campus escort service, where that office is, and then even prior to classes starting, it's just good to walk the campus and just have your pathways already mapped out. It's important so that not only being efficient in reference to your transporting yourself across campus, but also making sure that you remain away from, maybe secluded areas, or deserted areas where there's lots of trees and bushes and those types of things. We'd like to keep our physical, of course, healthy, and we want to remain aware of just, and of course, walking in groups with friends as well. Once your teen has made the friends, and they could already have some friends, but walking in groups, of course, is very, very important as well. Something that I did that has, just been a lifesaver is I signed up for the Safety Awareness Safety Campus notifications. So even though our oldest has graduated, she's home, but our middle daughter, she's still there. It'll be until December when she graduates. But I'm able to even receive notifications regarding remaining away from certain areas, whether it's on campus or off campus, because maybe something has happened. Maybe someone's purse was snatched, or maybe someone is missing. Or maybe there is an intoxicated person who is violent at a particular location. Maybe there has been a situation where there's been a car accident. Maybe someone is now deceased. That could affect a person's day. And so there's a safety campus notification that's received. I receive it. I'm sure my daughter receives it, to remain away from just certain areas where the police or the campus security and safety squad are taking care of some areas. And of course, we want our son and our daughter's day to go well, and for them to remain in a good mood as they're handling their tests or assignments, or interacting with the professors and interacting with other students. And so they can pray, of course, on the way to wherever they're going for whatever notification they've received on their phone. So that's important, those notifications. And then also, we want to make sure that, so that's number one, being wise on social media. Number two, the campus safety office and what all goes with that. And you know what? Even there's a safety app, and the safety app is titled Campus Safe. And so that allows you to sign up for that, and then make sure that, of course, you're aware of what's happening on your campus, depending on wherever you are on your campus, what's taking place and what's occurring. So that app is helpful as well. Then also, third, have a plan. Encourage your teen to walk with confidence. That goes a long way. Making sure that they're very comfortable with their surroundings, and they're looking to their left and to their right, and many times looking behind them. Those surroundings are important. Then also, I encourage my daughters, and I did this even before they left to go to college, was, let's just keep one earbud in as you're listening to your music. Well, I mean, my goodness, I could be calling them, to go downstairs and wash the dishes, or something very, very important like, where is, where is maybe a clothing item that I've misplaced? Those are very, very important things that we want our teens to be able to hear us. Even in the car, when where the music is loud, both of those earbuds are in, and then it's like, so if you're unable to hear me and I'm sitting right next to you, if there's something going on around you, the chances of you hearing that are null and void. I mean, you may need to step out of the pathway or something, or there something could take place and you're needing to run or find a safe spot or anything along those lines. Having both of those earbuds in will totally have you outside of the circle and unaware regarding, again, your surroundings and what's going on. So we totally talked about that. And then also loading the campus safety map on the phone. That can be part of the plan, so that you are aware that if you do walk off of a certain path, because we'd like to stay on the beaten path where folk have been walking and where others are, then of course you can make sure that you return quickly and you can make sure that you return safely. So that's point number 3. That's very, very important. And then also making sure that we're remaining aware of the crime rates. You know what? That's posted on an annual basis, and remaining aware of that is key. And so if they're able to, of course, go somewhere on a monthly basis, Google up the crime rates on their campus, or worldwide, or knowing the statistics in reference to the rates and the trends. The trends are what could help us to tweak and change our behavior so that we can make sure that we are up to speed with what we ought to do and what we ought not do in reference to remaining safe. And then also, I said that I give you 4, but another one is being careful when we are getting in our car. That's huge. It's interesting because the police departments, of course, they're dealing with crime. So when there is a particular method that's being used in reference to maybe taking someone hostage or making sure that you are they're in control of another person. When someone is getting in their car, that's another one. So please, when you're on your way to the car, make sure that you have your keys ready to put inside of the car, or you have clicked your button to make sure that the door is open, and then looking around before you're getting in the car, avoiding multitasking when this is taking place, making sure so that you are aware, you're focused when you're getting in the car, and then also making sure that we avoid leaving valuables out, so that our cars, the chances of our cars being broken into, those chances are reduced. And then, of course, what do we have to do? We have to make sure that we are getting our windows fixed and making sure that the car remains in shape, and so that we're able to continue driving it. And then also, making sure that we are conscious about defending ourselves. If in fact we're needing to do that, if we're being taken somewhere where we're unaware of who the person is, or we're unaware of where they may be taking us, and making sure that we're confident in reference to defending ourselves, and then making sure that we're stocked up on safety supplies. I said I'd only give 4. I know that this is 6, but I just want to make sure that your teen is aware, making sure that your teen is able to defend themselves, even if it's with, we have a little something on our keychain like pepper spray or something like that. Again, it's all about safety. We want to, just make sure that we are not contributing to that crime rate. So mothers, if you will encourage your teen while they're on the college campus, or if they are seniors this year, have yet to leave, then please make sure that you're talking to your teens about these points so they can already have it cemented in their imagery that these are the things they need to practice right now before they even leave. So thank you so very much for joining me. I'm so excited that we're back connected, and I know it's been a week since I've connected with you last. know that you can DM me, know that you can reach out to me, and I will be sure to communicate with you and share answers to the questions you currently have. Until we're together again next Thursday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, take care of yourselves, be safe, and let's make sure that we're, providing the advice that we need for our team's safety as a result of today's live. Thank you, love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.